you actually have a uniqueness about yourself that, and of course we all are unique in our own way, but you actually have a unique position in that you stand out having albinism, and that you're even considered by some cultures as being mystical just by your very nature.
Mm-hmm.
How does that play out in being a facilitator?
When being a facilitator, it allows me to leverage a lot of my stories from childhood as a way of sharing my life, my adversity, and my ability to overcome those situations. And because the other side of the spectrum is people who don't see it at all. Who, when I mention it, they get surprised, which is interesting because I hadn't had that experience as a child, but it certainly happens more often as an adult.
Well, yes, because I actually, you appear just like a friend I knew in school who just was very blonde.
Mm.
So it isn't apparent until I actually meet you and of course hear your story as well. Looking at your eyes, there's a little bit of this distinguishing that aspect. However, you're not the only blonde person out there. So yes, it isn't totally obvious. Okay, when do you recall that you first decided that you were moved to be spiritual beyond traditional culture, whatever your family raised you as? I'm actually making the leap that your family wasn't raised practicing the spirituality that you do.
Yeah, I was raised Muslim, and I think spirituality is very organic,
Mm-hmm.
and it's hard to. I mean, the irony is, as soon as you label something, it's not very spiritual because you're putting it now into material.
Right, absolutely.
So, so every day I go through a different spiritual experience or understanding or awareness or consciousness.
Is what you practice different from the Muslim?
Oh, totally. I'm not practicing Muslim. No.
There seems to be a bit of a conflict in the world right now around those major religions. Is there something that you would contribute to the awareness of the world that would let people know even that Muslims have a common ground with the rest of spiritual teaching?
That's a very good question. I think it relates to the question is, how do you cause people to become more conscious? And I don't think you can. I think you can inspire them to by your own behaviors and your actions and your own energies and feelings. And so really that is the thing to do. There's nothing you can say or do to people who are unwilling to become more conscious. Because whatever you say to them, they have a perfect answer to refute. There's nothing. I think what happens is people get attached to wanting to cause that transformation, and then you're stuck. Either way you're stuck. There's not going to be transformation that's caused until that person or that entity or that religion is willing to become more conscious.
So to have world peace, what do you think we need?
Well, to come to a realization that we already have it. To get peace with your breath and realize that it's not world peace that's unattainable. It's first of all, it's becoming peace with yourself and getting to that the consciousness of breath where you realize everything is perfect. In which case there is peace. And then from the paradigm of community and having peace amongst us and between us is just that. Is generating that ongoingly all the time. It all starts from your own presence, as opposed to trying to change institutions of the world.
Well, when I find myself off center,
Mm-hmm.
I have moments of being clumsy. I have moments of being off center. I take the opportunity when I catch myself being there, to maybe take a moment and meditate and become more centered. the concept of taking a breath on a world scale is what you're talking about. Is for the world to have peace, we all just need to stop and take a breath at the same moment. And the community you're involved in, is that a reasonable objective?
I don't know if they would phrase it like that. And I don't know how literal or metaphoric you're being.
Well, if we all celebrate New Year's at the same moment every year.
Right, and so from that context, I think we do take the same breaths many times, and that's every time we notice a commonality amongst all of us and we experience it, we are in that perspective, breathing in that moment.
So really, it just needs to have a focused, committed effort at several given moments together, and then decide after we have that moment of just breathing, is what we are doing what we want to continue to do, or is there something better that we could do in the next moment?
Interesting. I never thought of it that way.
The momentum, I guess, is really the point of it, is the momentum of the human uniting brilliance, and the other groups. And there's the master gathering, where several people from different groups get together and talk. And you have events going on. You're also linked with the Agape Foundation, aren't you?
Through H.U.B. H.U.B. is linked through Agape.
And the ideas that you're moving forward are the kind of ideas that could actually facilitate a more peaceful planet. I guess to kind of move the topic along, are you doing anything in other parts of the world, in other languages?
Where our intention is to be in every country in the world and to be in every language of the world. We're certainly not there yet, but we're translating into Spanish and French first, and moving on from there.
What materials are you translating?
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
From our website to our marketing materials to our mission statements and our goals and objectives to all that sort of stuff.
Okay. Is there information you want to get out there? Website, other contacts?
For what?
To let people know where you are, or how to connect with you.
DanishAhmed.com, my name. DANISHAHMED.com.
Okay, and Ordinary Words?
Yes, another website, ordinarywords.com.
Mm-hmm. Does H.U.B. have its own website?
Hub.org. Yeah.
Is it Hub?
Yeah, hub.org.
H.U.B.02.org?
Yeah.